17.
1789. How does the bastard, orphan, immigrant, decorated war vet unite the colonies with more debt? Fight the other founder fathers till he has to forfeit. Have it all, lose it. Are you ready for more yet? Treasury, Secretary, Washington's the president. Every American experiment sets a precedent. Not so fast, someone came along to resist him, pissed him off till we had a two-party system. You haven't met him yet, you haven't had the chance, cause he's been kicking ass as the ambassador to France. But someone's gotta keep the American promise. You simply must meet Thomas Jefferson's coming home. Thomas Jefferson's coming home. Thomas Jefferson's coming home. Lord, he's been off in Paris for so long.
France is following us to revolution. There is no more status quo. But the sun comes out and the world still spins. I helped Lafayette draft a declaration, and I said I gotta go. Gotta be in Monticello now that work at home begins. So what did I miss? What did I miss? Virginia, my home sweet home, I wanna give you a kiss. Mwah. I've been in Paris meeting lots of different ladies. I guess I basically missed the late 80s. I traveled the wide, wide world and came back to this. There's a letter on my desk from the president. Haven't even put my bags down yet. Solid BLM, darling, won't you open it? Says the president's assembling the cabinet, and I am to be the Secretary of State. Great, and now I'm already Senate approved. I just got home and now I'm headed up to New York.
New York.
Looking at the rolling fields, I can't
Believe that we are free.
ready to face whatever's awaiting
Me in NYC.
Who's waiting for me when I step into place? My friend James Madison, red in the face. He grabs my arm and I respond, what's going on?
Thomas, we're engaged in a battle for our nation's very soul. Can you get us out of the mess we're in? Hamilton's new financial plan is nothing less than government control. I've been fighting for the South alone. Where have you been?
France.
We have to win.
What did I miss?
What did I miss?
What did I miss?
Come home to this.
Head first into a political abyss.
Head first into the abyss.
I'm my first cabinet meeting today. Guess I better think of something to say. I'm already
On my way.
get to the bottom of this.
What did I miss?
Mr. Jefferson, welcome home.
Mr. Jefferson, Alexander Hamilton.
Mr. Jefferson, welcome home.
Mr. Jefferson, welcome home. Sorry you've been off in Paris for so long.
So what did I miss?
Gentlemen, you could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us in New York City. Are you ready for a cabinet meeting, huh? The issue on the table: Secretary Hamilton's plan to assume state debt and establish a national bank. Secretary Jefferson, you have the floor, sir.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We fought for these ideals, we shouldn't settle for less. These are wise words, enterprise and men quote them. Don't act surprised, you guys, cause I wrote them. Ow, but Hamilton forgets his plan would have the government assume states' debts. Now place your bets as to who that benefits. The very seat of government where Hamilton sits.
That's not true!
Oh, if the shoe fits, wear it. If New York's in debt, why should Virginia bear it? Our debts are paid, I'm afraid. Don't tax the South, cause we got it made in the shade. In Virginia, we plant seeds in the ground, we create. You just wanna move our money around. This financial plan is an outrageous demand, and it's too many damn pages for any man to understand. Stand with me in the land of the free, and pray to God we never see Hamilton's candidacy. Look, when Britain taxed our tea, we got frisky. Imagine what's gonna happen when you try to tax our whiskey.
Thank you, Secretary Jefferson. Secretary Hamilton, your response?
All right now.
Thomas, that was a real nice declaration. Welcome to the present, we're running a real nation. Would you like to join us or stay mellow, doing whatever the hell it is you do in Monticello? If we assume the debts, the union gets a new line of credit, a financial diuretic. How do you not get it? If we're aggressive and competitive, the union gets a boost. You'd rather give it a sedative.
That's right.
A civics lesson from a slaver. Hey neighbor, your debts are paid cause you don't pay for labor. We plant seeds in the South, we create. You keep ranting. We know who's really doing the planting. And another thing, Mr. Age of Enlightenment, don't lecture me about the war. You didn't fight in it. You think I'm frightened of you, man? We almost died in the trench while you were off getting high with the French. Thomas Jefferson always hesitant with the precedent. Reticent, there isn't a plan he doesn't jettison. Madison, you're mad as a hatter, son, take your medicine. Damn, you're in worse shape than the national debt is in. Sitting there useless as two shits. Hey, turn around, bend over, I'll show you where my shoe fits.
Excuse me, Jefferson, Madison, take a walk. Hamilton, take a walk. We'll reconvene after a brief recess. Hamilton,
Sir.
a word.
You don't have the votes.
You don't have the votes. You're gonna need congressional approval, and you don't have the votes. Such a blunder, sometimes it makes me wonder why I even bring the thunder.
Why he even brings the thunder? Sir?
You want to pull yourself together?
I'm sorry, these Virginians are birds of a feather.
Young man, I'm from Virginia, so watch your mouth.
So we let Congress get held hostage by the South?
You need the votes.
No, we need bold strokes. We need this plan.
No, you need to convince more folks.
Well, James Madison won't talk to me. That's a non-starter.
Winning was easy, young man. Governing's harder.
They're being intransigent.
You have to find a compromise.
Well, they don't have a plan. They just hate mine.
Convince them
And
otherwise.
what happens if I don't get congressional approval?
I imagine they'll call for your removal.
No, sir.
Figure it out, Alexander. That's an order from your commander.
The taxes, he said enough. The taxes, he said enough. Said enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
My dear Angelica, tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day. I trust you'll understand the reference to another Scottish tragedy without my having to name the play. They think me Macbeth, ambition is my folly. I'm a polymath, a pain in the ass, a massive pain. Madison is Banquo, Jefferson's Macduff, and Burnham Wood is Congress on its way to disarray. And there you are, an ocean away. Do you have to live an ocean away? Thoughts of you subside, then I get another letter, and I cannot put the notion away. I am on my way.
It's a little surprise before supper and I cannot wait.
I'll be there in just a minute, save my play.
Alexander,
Okay.
my son is 9 years old today. He has something he'd like to say. He's been practicing all day. Philip, take it away.
Daddy, look. My name is Philip. I am a poet. I wrote this poem just to show it. And I just turned 9. You can write rhymes, but you can't write mine.
What?
I practice French and play piano with my mother. I have a sister, but I want a little brother.
Okay.
My daddy's trying to start America's bank. 1, 2, 3,
Bravo!
Take a break.
Hey, our kid is pretty great.
Play with us for the summer. Let's go upstairs.
Eliza, I've got so much on my plate.
I'll go stay with my father. There's a lake
I know.
in the nearby
I'd love to go.
You and I can go, and the night gets dark.
I will try to get away.
My dearest Alexander, you must get through to Jefferson. Sit down with him and compromise. Don't stop till you agree. Your favorite older sister, Angelica, reminds you there's someone in your corner all the way across the sea. And a letter I received from you 2 weeks ago, I noticed a comma in the middle of a phrase. It changed the meaning. Didn't you intend this? One stroke and you consume my waking days. It says,
My dearest Angelica,
with a comma after dearest, you've written,
my dearest Angelica.
Anyway, I was to say, I'm coming home this summer at my sister's invitation. I'll be there with your family if you make your way upstate. I know you're very busy, I know your work's important, but I'm crossing the ocean and I just can't wait.
You won't be an ocean away, you'll only be a moment away.
Alexander, come downstairs, Angelica's arriving today. Angelica, Eliza,
The Schuyler sisters.
Alexander,
Hi.
it's good to see your face. Angelica, tell this man John Adams spends the summer with his family.
Angelica, tell my wife John Adams doesn't have a real job anyway.
You're not joining us, wait.
I'm afraid I cannot join you upstate.
Alexander, I came all this way, all this way. Take a break.
You know I have to get my plan through Congress.
Run away with us for the summer, let's go
I'll
upstate.
lose my job if we don't get this plan through
We'll all
Congress.
stay with our father. I know I miss your face. Screw your purse to the sticking place. Eliza's right, take a break. Run away with us for the summer, let's go upstate. We can all go stay with our father. If you take your time, you will make your mind. Close your eyes and dream when the night gets dark. Take a break.
I have to get my plan through Congress. I can't stop until I get this plan through Congress.
There's nothing like summer in the city. Someone in distress meets someone looking pretty. There's trouble in the air, you can smell it. And Alexander's by himself. I'll let him tell it.
I haven't slept in a week, I was weak, I was awake. You've never seen a bastard orphan more in need of a break. Longing for Angelica, missing my wife. That's when Miss Mariah Reynolds walked into my life. She said,
I know you are a man of honor. I'm so sorry to bother you at home, but I don't know where to go, and I came here all alone.
She said,
my husband's doing me wrong, beating me, cheating me, mistreating me. Suddenly he's up and gone. I don't have the means to go on.
So I offered her a loan, I offered to walk her home. She said,
you're too kind, sir.
I gave her $30 that I socked away. She lived a block away. She said,
this one's mine, sir.
Then I said, well, I should head back home. She turned red, she led me to her bed, let her legs spread and said,
stay.
Hey.
Hey.
That's when I began to pray, Lord, show me how to say no to this. I don't know how to say no to this, but my God, she looked so helpless. And her body saying, hell yes. No, show me how to say no to this. I don't know how to say no to this. In my mind I'm trying to go. Then her mouth is on mine and I don't say
No, no, say no to this. No, no, say no to this. No, no, say no to this. No, no, say no to this.
I wish I could say that was the last time I said that last time. It became a pastime. A month into this endeavor, I received a letter from a Mr. James Reynolds. Even better, it said,
Dear sir, I hope this letter finds you in good health and in a prosperous enough position to put wealth in the pockets of people like me. Down on the luck, you see, that was my wife you decided to. Uh-oh, you made the wrong sucker a cuckold, so time to pay the piper for the pence you unbuckled. And hey, you can keep seeing my whore wife if the price is right. If not, I'm telling your wife.
I hid the letter, then I raced to her place, screamed, how could you in her face? She said,
No, sir.
Half-dressed, apologetic, a mess. She looked pathetic, she cried,
Please don't go, sir.
So was your whole story a setup?
I don't know about any letter.
Stop crying, goddammit, get up.
I didn't know any better.
I am ruined.
Please don't leave me with
I am helpless. How could I do this?
Just give him what he wants and you can have
I don't want you.
Whatever
I don't want you.
If you take it, you can stay.
Lord, show me how to say no to this. I don't know how to say no to this, cause the situation's helpless. And her body screaming, hell yes. Lord, show me how to say no to this. How can I say no to this? There is nowhere I can go. When her body's on mine, I do not say
No. Say no to this. No.
yes.
Say no to this. No.
Yes.
Say no to this. No.
Yes.
Say no to this.
Say no to this. I don't say no to this. There's nowhere I can go.
Go. So?
Nobody needs to know.
Ah, Mr. Secretary.
Mr. Burr, sir.
Did you hear the news about good old General Mercer?
No?
You know, on Claremont Street.
Yeah.
They renamed it after him. The Mercer legacy is secured.
Sure.
And all he had to do was die.
That's a lot less work.
We ought to give it a try. How you gonna get your debt plan through?
I guess I'm gonna finally have to listen to you.
Really?
Talk less, smile more. Do whatever it takes to get my plan on the Congress floor.
Now Madison and Jefferson are merciless.
Hate the sin, love the sinner.
Hamilton.
I'm sorry, Burr, I've gotta go. Decisions are happening over dinner.
Two Virginians and an immigrant walk into a room diametrically opposed foes. They emerge with a compromise, having opened doors that were previously closed. Bros. The immigrant emerges with unprecedented financial power, a system he can shape however he wants. The Virginians emerge with the nation's capital. And here's the pièce de resistance. No one else is in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one else is in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one really knows how the game's played. We are to the trade, how the sausage gets made. We just assume that it happens, but no one else is in the room where it happens.
Thomas claims Alexander was on Washington's doorstep one day in distress and disarray.
Thomas claims
Alexander said,
I've nowhere else to turn.
then basically begged me to join the fray.
Thomas claims
I approached Madison and said, I know you hate him, but let's hear what he has to say.
Thomas claims
Well, I arranged the meeting, I arranged the menu, the venue, the seating.
But no one else is in
the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened.
No one else is in
The room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened.
No one really knows how the
Parties get to yes,
the pieces that are sacrificed in
every game of chess.
We just
Assume that it happens,
but no one else is in the room
where it happens. Meanwhile,
Madison is grappling with the fact that not every issue could be settled by committee.
Meanwhile,
Congress is fighting over where to put the capital.
Toronto!
It isn't pretty. Jefferson approaches with the dinner and invite, and Madison responds with Virginia insight.
Maybe we can solve one problem with another and win a victory for the Southerners. In other words,
Ho, ho.
a quid pro quo.
I suppose.
Wouldn't you like to work a little closer to home?
Actually, I would.
Well, I propose the Potomac. home?
Then you'll provide him his vote?
Well, we'll see how it goes.
Let's go.
No
one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened.
No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. My God, in God we trust, but we'll never really know what got discussed. Click, boom, let it happen. But no one else was in the room where it happened.
Alexander Hamilton.
What did they say to you to get you to Samuel City down the river?
Alexander Hamilton.
Washington know about the dinner was a presidential pressure to deliver.
Alexander Hamilton.
But did you know even then it doesn't matter where you put the U.S. Capitol?
Cause we'll have the banks, we're in the same spot.
You got more than you gave.
And I wanted what I got. When you've got skin in the game, you stay in the game. But you don't get a win unless you play in the game. Oh, you get love for it, you get hate for it, you get nothing if you wait for it, wait for it, wait. God, help and forgive me. I wanna build something that's gonna outlive me. What do you want, Bert? What do you want, Bert? If you stand for nothing, Bert, what are you for?
I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. The art of compromise. Hold your nose and close your eyes.
We want our leaders to say today.
We don't get a say in what to trade away.
We dream of a brand new start,
but we dream in the dark for the most part.
But dark as the room where it happens.
I gotta be in the room where it happens. I gotta be in the room where it happens. I gotta be in. I've got to be. I've got to be. I've got to be.
The room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens. Click, boom.
Look! Grandpa's in the paper! War hero Philip Schuyler loses Senate seat to young upstart Aaron Burr. Grandpa just lost a seat in Senate.
Sometimes that's how it goes.
Daddy's gonna find out any minute.
I'm sure you already know.
Further down, let's meet the newest senator from New York. Our senator.
Bert, since when are you a Democratic Republican?
Since being one put me on the up and up again.
No one knows who you are or what you do.
They don't need to know me, they don't like you.
Excuse me?
Well, Wall Street thinks you're great. You'll always be adored by the things you create. But upstate, people think you're crooked. Schuyler's seat was up for grabs, so I took it.
I've always considered you a friend.
I don't see why that has to end.
You changed parties to run against my father-in-law.
I changed parties to seize the opportunity I saw. I swear your pride will be the death of us all. Beware, go with before the fall.
The issue on the table. France is on the verge of war with England. And do we provide aid and troops to our French allies, or do we stay out of it? Remember, my decision on this matter is not subject to congressional approval. The only person you have to convince is me, Secretary Jefferson. You have the floor, sir.
When we were on death's door when we were needy, we made a promise. We signed a treaty. We needed money and guns and half a chance. Who provided those funds?
France.
In return, they didn't ask for land. Only a promise that we'd lend a hand and stand with them as they fought against oppressors. And revolution is messy, but now is the time to stand. Stand with our brothers as they fight against tyranny. I know that Alexander Hamilton in here, and he's rather not have this debate. I'll remind you that he is not Secretary of State. He knows nothing of loyalty. Smells like new money, dresses like fake royalty, desperate to rise above his station. Everything he does betrays the ideals of our nation.
Tell him.
Hey, and if you don't know, now you know, Mr. President.
Thank you, Secretary Jefferson. Secretary Hamilton. Your response.
They got nothing on you, man. Let's go!
You must be out of your goddamn mind if you think the president is gonna bring the nation to the brink. A meddling in the middle of a military mess, a game of chess where France is queen and kingless. We signed a treaty with a king whose head is now in a basket. Would you like to take it out and ask it? Should we honor our treaty, King Louis's head? Do whatever you want, I'm super dead.
Enough. Hamilton is right.
Mr. President.
We're too fragile to start another fight.
But sir, did we not fight for freedom?
Sure, when the French figure out who's gonna lead them.
The people are leading.
The people are rioting. There's a difference. Frankly, it's a little disquieting. You would let your ideals blind you to reality, Hamilton?
Sir.
Draft a statement of neutrality.
Did you forget Lafayette?
What?
Have you an ounce of regret? You accumulate debt, you accumulate power, yet in their hour of need you forget.
Lafayette's a smart man, he'll be fine. And before he was your friend, he was mine. If we try to fight in every revolution in the world, we never stop. Where do we draw the line?
So quick-witted.
Alas, I admit it.
I bet you were quite a lawyer.
My defendants got acquitted.
Someone ought to remind you.
What?
You're nothing without Washington behind you.
Hamilton.
Daddy's calling.